Welcome friends. Let us see this question. A small mass m1, right? This is small mass m1, right? A small mass m1 rests on but is not attached to the larger mass m2. See, this is a smaller mass m1 and this is on the mass m2. This is not attached with mass m2 but it is on rest, right? Larger mass m2 that slides on its base without friction. So this surface is frictionless, its coefficient of friction will be 0. The maximum frictional force between m1 and m2 is F. So the maximum frictional force, that is the F maximum, is equal to this F, right? A spring of the spring constant K, as you can see this K, is attached to the larger mass m2 and to the wall as shown above, right? So the first question is to determine the maximum horizontal acceleration, right? We have to find maximum horizontal acceleration that m2 may have without causing m1 to slip, right? So what will be the maximum acceleration of m2? See, the meaning of first part, the meaning of slipping, right friend? Meaning of slip, right? What do you mean by slip, right? The meaning of slip means acceleration of both the object will not be equal, right? So if we want to avoid the slipping, right, to avoid the slipping, right, what we should have a1 should be equal to a2. It means acceleration of both the blocks should be equal to same, right? How we can do this? Let us see. So let's draw the free body diagram, right? Let us draw the free body diagram, right? See, this is block m2, right? And this is your block m1, right? See, let us suppose we have extended from its mean position. Let us suppose this is its mean position and we have extended to the right somewhere, right? So there will be a spring force, right? There will be a spring force, that is the Fs, right? And there will be a friction, right? First, to make the free body diagram, make sure you have to first make friction on moving object which first try to move. So this m2 is try to moving, so we will first draw friction on this block, right? This block wants to move in the left direction, right? This block wants to move in left direction. Why? Because we have extended to the right, right? So this want to the go in left, so the friction will be in the opposite direction. Friction force will be in the opposite direction, right? So on the contrary, the friction on the m1 block will be towards the left side, right? So please see this friction is that force which makes m1 enable to go in the left direction along with this m2, right? This friction force is responsible for m1 to go in the left direction. So this is, and what is the maximum force? Maximum frictional force, that is equal to F. So what should be acceleration? Maximum acceleration, or we can say maximum acceleration of block m1. What it will be? It will be, right, net force upon this mass m1, right? So this is the maximum possible acceleration of block m1, right? Let us suppose this is a1, right, and this is the maximum acceleration, right? So to avoid the slipping, right, we should have this acceleration for m2 also, right? So the maximum acceleration, right, the maximum acceleration of m2 block will be also equal to a1, that should be equal to F upon m1. It should be equal to this acceleration. The acceleration of, let us suppose this is a2 and we have this value F upon f1 and this is equal to a1. So to avoid the slipping, the acceleration of block m2 should be equal to this. This is our first part. Let us see second part. Determine the maximum amplitude A, right? Determine the maximum amplitude A for simple harmonic motion of the two masses if they are to move together, right? That is, m1 must not slip on m2. So friends, we have to find what is the maximum displacement. What is the maximum displacement for which two blocks will move together, right? See, if we extend it more, right? If let us suppose this is your m2 and this is your m1, right? And this is at natural position, right? And we have extended till here, right? This is m2 and this is your m1, right? So as you extend more, there will be high spring force, a large spring force, right? So acceleration, see, as first we want to understand the question. As Fs increases, right? As Fs increases, your acceleration of block m2, that is a2, will also increase, right? So it may start slipping. It may slip. Why? Because if a2 starts increasing, then it may be a2 will not equal to a1, then there will be a chance of slipping, right? So that's why the question is asking what is the maximum amplitude A, right? What should be the maximum amplitude A for which the two masses will not slip, right? So let us find this. See, for this, right, let us suppose we have extended, let us suppose we have, right, this is mass m2 and this is mass m1 and we have extended till here, and let us suppose this is that maximum displacement. Let us suppose this is that maximum displacement. This is your equilibrium position, right? This is your equilibrium position and this is your at maximum displacement position, and let us suppose this maximum displacement is A, right? So this is that maximum displacement for which the acceleration of both the blocks will be same, right? So we will do like this. See, this is the part B, right? So this spring force, right, the spring force, that is the Fs, should be equal to K into A, that is the maximum displacement, right? And this should be equal to, right, since both the blocks are moving together, so this will be m1 plus m2 and their common acceleration. And what was the common acceleration? That was a1 or a2, anything, and that was F upon m1. F upon m1. This was your common maximum acceleration. Please see, this was common maximum acceleration, right? This is the maximum acceleration, this is the maximum force, this is the maximum displacement, right friends? So from here we can find the value of A. So A will be equal to m1 plus m2, right, into F upon m1 into K, right friends? So next part, that is the C part. Please see, two masses, the two mass combination is pulled to the right, the maximum amplitude A. So the two masses are pulled to this position at the maximum displacement A, right? found in part B, right? This is the value of A, and released, and at this position both the blocks are released. Describe the frictional force, right? Describe the frictional force on the small mass m1, right, during the first half cycle of oscillation. We have to find the frictional force during the first half cycle. Please see what will be the first half cycle. The first half cycle will be the, see, this is the starting position. This is your starting position, right? This is your starting position. So first it will go here, then it will go, right, then it will go somewhere this, right? This is the at maximum displacement A, this will be maximum displacement minus A, right? So this makes it half the cycle, okay, right? So in this duration we have to describe the nature of frictional force on block M1. We have to describe frictional force of M1. See, what will be the frictional force? The frictional force, see, frictional force is a smart force, right? So this will be your equal to mass into acceleration, right? Or exactly we can write this will be mass into acceleration. See, we have displaced it to the maximum displacement for which the acceleration is same, right? So both the blocks will move together, right? See, when blocks start moving towards left side, right, when blocks start moving towards the left side, then the spring force, that was the Fs is what? That was the K into X, right? X starts decreasing, right? As X start decreasing, your Fs will also start decreasing, right? As Fs starts decreasing, the common acceleration A will also start decreasing, right? As common acceleration starts decreasing, your frictional force, this will also start decreasing. So as you can see, during the first half cycle, as block move from A to its equilibrium position, its frictional force will first decreases, right? What will be after that? As it further go away in the left direction, again X starts increasing, right? So Fs starts increasing, so again acceleration will start increasing. So the frictional force on block M1 will also start increasing, and its variation will be like sinusoidal, variation, right? So its answer will be, it will be varying sinusoidally, right? See, what is the D part? Please see, D part. The two mass combination is now pulled to the right a distance A dash greater than A and released, right? Now it is move further to the A, right? This is the mass M2, and let us suppose this is mass M1, and it is moved further apart from A. So at this condition we have to find the acceleration of the mass M1, right? At the instant the masses are released, right? We have to find, please see, so when this was your M1, this was your M2, this was your M1, right? First this was moved to here, this was your equilibrium position, this was your maximum displacement. Now this is further extended to, this was your M2 and this is your M1 A dash, right? At this position, this is your starting position. At this position both the blocks are released and we have to find the acceleration, right? Let us see how we can find. See, what we have seen, its free body diagram, right? So M1 and this is your M2, right? So the spring force will be acting like this, right? And we have to draw frictional force first on this block, as this block wants to move in the left direction, so the frictional force direction will be towards the right. Contrary, the direction of friction on the M1 block will be towards the left, right? And its maximum value, right, its maximum value is given, that is equal to, right, this is the F, right? So its acceleration will be F upon M1. There is no confusion in acceleration of M1, right? So this is the answer of M1 block. Let us see second block, that is the M2. See, we can write the equation here, net force is equal to mass into acceleration. So net force will be Fs minus F is equal to mass, that is the M2, and its new acceleration, that is the A2, right? So this is the Fs minus F, right, upon M2, that will be equal to A2, and we can substitute this Fs also. What will be the value of Fs? See, the value of Fs will be, this is equal to K into X, right, and this will be K into A dash, because we have extended it to the A dash. So the answer will be equal to, we can write K A dash minus F upon M2 is equal to A2. This is the acceleration of the block M2, and this is the acceleration of block M1, and this is the acceleration of block M2. I hope you understood this question very well. Thanks for watching.